Today's girls live in two worlds at the same time, the world in their hands and the world in their screens. But Polly Pocket is still stuck in just one. In this project, we ask a simple question. What if Polly Pocket could truly live in both worlds? Our answer is Polly Pocket Call-Up Worlds, where girls don't just play with Polly Pocket from a physical aspect, but they design her, they vote for her, and they bring her to life, online and in the real world.
Before we talk about solutions, I want to start with one simple question. What happens when a brand stays static, what the girls who love it don't? The problem with Polly Pocket today is that it remains a static collectible, while Generation Alpha girls live in a world where they expect toys to be customizable, interactive, and connected. Girls get bored of toys quickly, they prefer video games, and overall, there's a lack of engagement because the toy still stays still, but the child doesn't. So the real challenge is this. Polly needs to move at the same speed as the girls who play with her. Our segment is girls aged 7 to 12 Generation Alpha. They live between two worlds, the digital world, TikTok, YouTube, Roblox, and the physical world, toys, crafts, and hands-on play. They love crafting, personalizing, and showing their ideas. They want identity, fun, and creativity in everything they use. This segment doesn't want to just receive play. They want to co-create it. Our primary data confirms this behavior clearly. Adults who buy toys want durability, accessories, and digital integrations, products that feel personal and worth the investment. Most purchases happen in department stores and online, which means small, portable toys like Polly Pocket fit perfectly with current buying habits. Uh, Kids directly ask for toys, especially personalized ones, on social media like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Strongly shapes what they want and how they choose. So the market is clearly telling us that Polly Pocket already matches what they buy, but not yet how they play. And when we look at the secondary data, the message becomes even stronger. Gen Alpha mixes identity, entertainment, and social connection in everything they do. They want to personalize, create, and share. It also plays a huge emotional value on their limited iPad time. They feel frustrated when it ends because that's where their favorite world's life end. So they want toys that exist in both spaces, physical and digital. So Gen Z girls add nostalgia and I look for collectibles, giving Polly another powerful emotional lawyer.
In this part, I'm going to explain our core value proposition. We turn Polly Pocket into an online platform where girls can design their own Polly Pocket looks and playsets. These designs are uploaded to the platform. The brand pre-selects the best ones, and then the users vote. The top designs don't stay only on the digital world. They actually become a real dolls and outfits and places in the physical one. This process repeats every season, so Polly Pocket is constantly refreshed with new ideas coming directly from the community. In other words, Polly Pocket stops being a product and becomes a physical digital ecosystem that grows with the creativity of the girls. Personalization. Inside of the platform, girls can create outfits, design places, share their ideas, vote on the other designs, and then see some of those ideas become to life as real products. This changes the perception of Polly Pocket. She moves from being a static toy to a creative, evolving system that is always changing with the user. We position Polly Pocket as the first wearable microdoll that lives in two spaces in the same time, in the real world and in the physical world, and in the virtual creative studio, where girls are the designers and creators. That becomes our big differentiations. Other brands sell dolls, but Polly Pocket invite girls to co-create the dolls. Now, I'll explain quickly how it works in practice, like a simple gaming loop. First, girls enter the online platform, which works like a creative game. They are personalized their Polly Pocket. They choose the clothes, the colors, the accessories, and even the elements of the playsets. While they are doing this, they're basically playing an online game, but instead of only earning points, they are creating real design. From all these creations, the brand selects a group of designs that are the original, fun, and feasible to produce. This is the first step of the selected plus personalization plus online game site. In the second part of the process, we involve the whole community. The selected designs are shown on the platforms, and users can actually vote for their favorite ones. The design with the most votes becomes the winner. Those winning designs are then produced as real Polly Pocket outfits and places, and then they arrive in both physical stores and digital stores with a specific label that shows that they were co-created by users. So the work cycle is very clear. Girls design, some designs are selected, the community votes, and then the winners go to the stores as real Polly Pockets products. That's how we connect creativity in the digital world with the real products in the physical world. As well, we wanted to implement and be aware about the topic of sustainability. That's why we wanted to create a season on which will be called Ecological Line to promote these types of education.
To validate and find the frustrations and areas of opportunity within the Polly Pocket market, a qualitative research was conducted. 10 in depth interviews were applied with key groups that interacted with the brand. These included 4 interviews to children within the ages 6 to 9 to help us understand their playing habits, frustrations, and behaviors, 1 interview with a primary school teacher to obtain a deeper understanding of children's play dynamics and social interactions, as well as 5 interviews with Gen Z girls to explore the nostalgic connection to Polly Pocket and emerging trends such as collectibles and kiddos. These interviews were based on structured questions designed for each group in order to identify motivation, pain points, and areas of opportunity with which allowed us to obtain key insights. These are some of the quotes that the little girls said in their interviews. I want to put new things on my doll. I get bored fast, Renata. I like to play on my iPad and Roblox, Ana Luisa. I like to create my own world when I play. I like to be different, Lorena. So we took all these comments into account for our proposal. So the main insight we obtained was that the kids nowadays live in between two parallel worlds, the digital world and the physical world. They value their time allowed in the digital world and long for the hours where they have iPad time, as they call it. Many of them place a high emotional value on their limited digital time. iPad time is perceived as a reward, a special window where they can access games, videos, and interactive platforms that feel exciting and immersive. Because this time is restricted by parents, children often express frustration when they cannot continue playing or interacting with their favorite digital content. This insight is what our main proposal focuses on, the merger of the two worlds. Kids have their physical toy that can be used at any time of the day in the real world, but have now the ability to take with them their toy to the digital world in their valuable iPad time. This way, we solve the kids' frustrations of having limited time with their favorite online games. Instead of seeing the digital and physical spaces as separate, the child experiences them as one integrated form of play, strengthening emotional attachment and extending the toy's value.
Our financial validation. Well, we forecasted sales of Mattel till 2026, and we used three metrics: optimistic, expected, and pessimistic. We applied them to sales, cost of goods sold, and net income. And as well, we wanted to go deeper, so we forecasted sales for Polly Pocket, especially in Mexico. So that gave us that our initial investment will be a little over $1.2 million. That because the initial investment represented 20% of the forecasted sales of Polly Pocket. We did not include Mattel sales. So, so for calculating our WACC, we used a metric of cash to debt ratio because we wanted to have the highest WACC possible. So we use 50-50 cash to debt ratio. And as well, we use metrics like CETES, beta, that it's explaining how risky the company is. And well, here we can see that our ROI in marketing is quite high. This helps us validate the 20% initial investment. And as I told you before, it is over $1.2 million. So
this financial model evaluates the profitability of the Polly Pocket project using a 16% discount rate. We start with an initial investment of 1.27 million pesos, and we then project constant cash flows of 88,204 pesos per period for 12 periods. When we discount this cash flow at 16%, the total present value of all future benefits is approximately 1,058,448 pesos. After subtracting the initial investment, we obtain a net present value of 246,716 pesos, which is positive. A positive NPV means the project creates value and financially attractive. We also calculated the internal rate of return, which is 41%, well above our required return of 16%. This confirms that the project provides a strong return relative to its cost of capital. Finally, the break-even point occurs at 52,292 pesos, meaning the project recovers its investment early in the timeline. Overall, the analysis shows that the Polly Pocket project is profitable, financially solid, and generates return that exceeds our benchmark rate. To decide how to finance the Polly Pocket project, we compare business loan rates from three major banks in Mexico: BBVA, Banamex, and Banregio. BBVA offers a rate close to 16%, Banregio around 14%, and Banamex provides a steady and accessible rate of 15%. We choose Banamex because it offers a reliable small and medium enterprises credit program with straightforward requirements and competitive interest rate. The 15% cost of financing also matches well with our project financial structure. Since the project generates a return of 41%, it can easily cover the cost of the loan while still remaining profitable. Overall, Banamex gives us a realistic, safe, and affordable financing option that supports the financial success of the Polly Pocket project.